Social housing in this city annoys me, not because it's bad, but because it's so good that I don't understand why other cities won't follow it. Welcome to Alterla in Vienna, Austria, one of the most iconic social housing projects in the world. It is no coincidence if this is the product of the housing policies of Vienna, a city that is regularly awarded the most livable city in the world. In Vienna, social housing is not just for poor people. About 60% of the population live in some form of rent-controlled, affordable public housing, split between city-owned council housing and subsidized housing cooperatives. I certainly would not say no to an apartment in this complex, whether I'm a fan of this type of architecture or not. Today, the average rent in Vienna is 1/3 of the average rent in Paris, London, or Dublin. To understand what's so good about Vienna's social housing today, we need to go back to 1919. We all know the story, right? After the collapse of its empire, the humiliating defeat gave rise to fascism in Vienna, ushering in the ideology of the most infamous Austrian mustache man, right? Well, actually, that is not at all what happened in Vienna, because here it's the socialists that came to power. And so began Red Vienna, 16 years of cultural, social, and economic prosperity that saw an unprecedented amount of social housing being built, like this iconic housing estate called Karl Marx Hof, in case there was any doubt about the political ideology that birthed it. Even though the Red Vienna experiment was eventually ended by Mustache Man, the legacy of Red Vienna, the notion that the working class deserved nice things and that the architecture of the mundane still deserved to be beautiful, was carried through the 20th century and beyond. This behind me is a waste management plant, designed by Vienna's most famous modern architect, Friedensreich Hundertwasser. I think it says a lot about a city when industrial architecture, and even more so waste management architecture, is treated with respect and dignity. Another thing that says a lot about a city is how it treats the public's access to its bodies of water. Does it treat it as an exclusive luxury to attract a privileged few, or does it treat leisure and access to water as a human right for all the people? Well, welcome to Donauinsel, Danube Island. In the 1970s, Vienna, still run by the Social Democrats, undertook a huge engineering project to protect the city from flooding. It split the Danube River in two, and in the middle, it left a 21-kilometer strip of land. And instead of letting the market turn it into a fancy luxury housing neighborhood, the municipality decided that it would be dedicated to public leisure, outdoor and water activities for the Viennese. Of course, corporate capitalist Vienna exists and isn't very far from here, but I don't actually mind it, providing that there's enough social, affordable, accessible housing for everyone. And this brings me back to what's so annoying about it. Apart from maybe Singapore or in China, no other cities in the world, or even in Austria, have followed Vienna's blueprint. It's like the decriminalization of drugs in Portugal. The whole world has been watching that experiment being successful for 25 years and still no one effing follows. I'm tired.